it's warm today. I
It
am
is
not happy.
warm.
I
It's
am.
going to be like in the 90s.
Woo, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And Nathan said too that all the way over there in the UK,
Oh, it's
hot,
hot.
hot, hot. Yes, he is. Yeah, and he's not digging it either. Those of us who live in a milder climate and even gets colder, um, I mean, sun is nice, the warmth is nice, but it's at some point it's just too much.
Ah,
And,
yeah.
and then there are other people kind of you kind of like the more heat. My husband's that way too, but
Yeah. I don't mind 90, low
ugh,
90s.
yeah.
You get into the high 90s and it's like blah. But
No,
excuse me.
75 is perfect for me.
That's
I,
nice.
yeah. That's nice. You'd like it a little warmer, but that's nice.
It's
Uh-huh.
nice. It's nice.
So I've been thinking about, um, I kind of like to talk about trigger today. I think some people have the wrong idea of what being triggered means. Or at
Sure.
least our verbiage of what triggered is, our description or how we use that term, because there are different people have different verbiage for it or different meanings. So I kind of like to talk about that. Triggered. What is a trigger? What does that mean? What are the possibilities that come from
A
being?
lot of possibilities.
Yes.
I have a great example of being triggered
Yes. What did I do?
yesterday.
What did I do? Ah, I'm guessing
Yesterday,
it was me.
I had messaged you
Mhm.
something about, I realized I've stopped dreaming.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
In fact, I had a dream the night before. And in this dream, my husband uncovered something and read something about dreams and hope. And I woke up in the start and I'm like, oh my God, I have stopped dreaming.
yeah. Ooh. And you're a dreamer, typically.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Um, and off and on yesterday, some of my dreams that I had that have not come to fruition, nor will they,
Mhm.
kind of were like poking at me.
Okay.
And I had messaged you and said, I've stopped dreaming. And your response was, this was not your response, but this is what I read.
And this is what you heard. Right.
Try something new. Try something new.
Oh,
And
okay.
it pissed me the fuck
I
off.
did say more than that, but yes. But yes, the gist was try something new. So why did that piss you off?
Well, number one,
And you didn't tell me. So you were triggered and I didn't know it.
correct.
But
I
we were
did
both
not. I
busy. And so we had things going on. So yeah.
um so I felt unheard,
Okay.
but I also felt like you were just telling me, here, solve your problem. Here's your answer.
Right.
And it was sound advice.
Right.
And it's something that very recently has worked beautifully for you
Right.
of doing something new.
Yes.
And in the moment, I didn't want to do something new.
Hmm. Right. And I'm going to say I did not I just thought it was this you're just because we text things to each other all the time. Like and you just kind of like I had this thought and so I just threw it at you. That's kind of where I went with that. I didn't take it as something more than that because I would have. And here I'm making excuses for myself, but it's true. I would have like listened and said, "Oh, whatever," been a sympathetic ear, but I was not. No, I threw that. I threw that at you because yes, that has been, and that's been verbiage. That's been messaging that's been coming in for me a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
once triggered, what did you
Yes.
do?
I think mumbling under my breath
What a bitch she
would
is.
be inaccurate.
My best friend is a
I
bitch.
was I was outside. No, I don't. Did I? I was outside,
Yes.
and I remember coming in, and I'm like almost stomping.
Okay.
Not quite, but the energy behind my movement was
Yeah.
like a little temper.
Tantrum. You were having a tantrum.
Like walking through my house, and I'm like, try something new. What? That is so not fitting for needing to dream. I just don't
The fuck
understand.
is she talking about? Yes.
And I walk through my living room, and my piano like grew.
Oh,
My
like
piano
sit
like
down
was all
and
of a
play
sudden like
me.
fucking huge.
Yes.
And I hear something different. Do something
Yes.
different.
Yes.
It could be
Different is
something old. And I sat down and I played piano for a little while. Not a long time, but I played piano for a little while. Okay.
yeah, different as opposed to new. Yes.
Now I felt much better.
Good.
However, I knew I was still triggered when I went, neater, neater, neater. I did something old. Yeah.
Okay. That would be yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I laughed.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
got you out of it, I'm
And
sure.
then I
Or at least,
laughed.
yeah.
Um,
when
because I realized
a grown person does a neener, clearly they're triggered. Or
yeah,
it's a complete joke. Like, but yeah.
there was a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Now I will say that this piggybacked on to something else that happened to me in the day. Oh, wait a minute.
What
Am
else
I
did I do?
You know what? I might be confused.
Okay.
I don't remember now if that happened before or after this other thing that happened, but I'm just going to share this other thing.
Okay.
I was irritated.
With me again? Did I do something else too?
No.
Woohoo!
Sorry, I'm really confused now as to what order this happened in yesterday. But I was agitated and I'm like, okay, what is my problem?
Yeah.
And I went, oh, I'm mad. I'm mad at this person. And I started to call her higher self in.
Mhm.
And then it hit me. I'm not mad at that person. I am mad at my sister.
Ooh, the dead or alive?
I am mad at my sister for dying. I am mad at my sister for leaving me.
Yes.
I started yelling at her. I yelled
Wow.
at her. I screamed at her. I cried. I was so lonely.
I was gonna
Her
say,
connection.
it's like abandonment came up for you.
Yeah.
So when you reached out to me and I sort of flippantly responded, you again felt abandoned.
And see, and this is where I don't remember which happened first.
Okay.
I
I
honestly don't.
should we real quick? So when this happens to you, it happens to all of us. We kind of get in that place where we can't remember.
Yeah.
One of the beautiful things is to get grounded, and you will remember the way things happen. So
Oh,
should
because
we,
I am so like not grounded.
I know, should we open
I don't
space
even
and
think
get,
I'm in my body right now. I
I
am
don't
like,
think you are. Yes. And that, but that's part of why we can't remember things or it's not there is we sort of jump out and we're not grounded. So
yeah.
let's do that.
Okay.
All
If
right.
you're in the kitchen with a sharp object, please put that sharp object down. If you're driving, turn off the sound, pull over, stop,
Yes.
allow the verbiage, but stay focused and safe in
Yes.
what you're doing.
All
Whew.
right. We're going to just take a couple deep breaths, get it out of the chest. That might take you a few breaths. Don't like hyperventilate. Just get it to a nice lower breath. If that is breathe in on 6 counts, hold for 7, breathe out for 8, hold for 5, breathe in for 6,
Hmm.
hold for 7, and then just let go. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful time together with everyone here. No matter when you come to this, you are in circle with us. Spirit, we ask you to bring us into our bodies, to bring us to the present moment, to be grounded with our body devas, to connect us with our deva, with whatever's going on around us. If you need to stretch, if you need to move, if you need to yawn, if you need to do some sounds, whatever that is, please feel free to do that. That's just moving energy blocks through your body, Deva, and letting he or she just relax and come to your resting place. And there's someone out there that needs to find that rhythm of your voice, that vibration that helps your whole body. Mine, and I'll show with me, is who. And that vibration vibrates through my whole body. So, and please let yourself do that. Even if it's real quiet, it's okay. All
But
right.
something about that verbalness
Yes, the
is
verbal
important.
in the, yes. So we ask that everyone here receive the information they need today, whether it's from what we say or it just opens up an opportunity for you to hear something, for messaging to come in. And we thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful opportunity and the possibilities as we sit here and receive from you what we need. Thank you. And so it is.
Thank you.
So, Mari-Lyn, do you remember, if you took a moment, do you remember which came first yesterday?
Yes, my screaming at my sister came first.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
I am so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a perfect example of what triggered is. Now, Mari-Lyn kind of gave 2 examples of that. It's not really anger. There's pain and it comes out as anger. But triggered can also mean shutting in on yourself, turning in on
Hmm.
yourself, getting quiet, laughing. Some people, I have a brother, oh my God, growing up, he would laugh at everything. And I'd get so angry with him because I thought he was laughing at me or not paying attention or, whatever that
Right.
is. Everything was so funny when it wasn't. It's really those, however you express it, however you're expressing you being uncomfortable or feeling vulnerable
Yeah.
is a trigger.
Yeah.
Yes. And doing like what Mari-Lyn did is perfect. Now, I wouldn't say not telling me that she was triggered was perfect, but with her sister, calling her sister's heart and just because, and believe me, her sister, guarantee you, this beautiful healed spirit came right in for Mari-Lyn and just let her unload on her with just love and kindness And she didn't take it personal. She's not out like, oh, I'm mad at her. None of that. You're not in this human form anymore. You don't have these crazy emotions that we have.
No, not at all.
Um,
Not at all.
yes. And yes, trying something different. So better verbiage than new. For me, it's been more new things,
Hmm.
but it can be something that you used to do or whatever that you've just taken out of your daily routines. Adding that back, doing something different, shifting shit up
Yeah.
really changes your vibration. It changes the energy, and doors start opening that haven't been opened for a long time, or new doors open. I've recently had this happen,
Hmm.
and it's a total attitude adjustment, and it's freaking fabulous.
Hmm. It is. So last week's podcast was about closure.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I had talked about how much closure I have been experiencing.
Yep.
That ordeal I went through with my sister yesterday, I think was another piece of closure.
Another opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
right? Another
Yes.
opportunity to, yeah.
And through that, all of that closure, it has opened me up to thinking in new ways.
Yes.
And my attitude has shifted
Yes.
until I get triggered.
And you're welcome. And I'm going to say you're welcome,
Yeah.
because every trigger is an opportunity to heal some more, to get more
Yes.
clarity, to see
Yes.
something that we haven't seen. And that's also with closure, as we're talking. I don't remember. I know we talked about closure, but I don't remember but
I don't remember a lot of it
one
myself.
thing about closure, though, that doesn't mean it's dead and gone and not there. It means I'm closing the door on this particular way that I see something or hear something or react to something, or I see it in a new way. It doesn't mean the whole entire thing is gone. Sometimes it does. Sometimes.
Sometimes it does.
Yeah.
What it also can mean is that you have closed after you've healed. Real
Big.
closure.
Yes.
And I want to be really careful about this because somebody's going to hear this and go, oh, okay, I'm going to close the door on that and never
Yeah.
revisit it again. But when we've really done the healing and we can get that closure,
Yes.
we aren't drawn back into the victimhood of that.
Right.
Because if there's no healing and you stuff it, you
Yes.
are constantly being drawn back into the victimhood of it, the energy of it.
Such a good point. So what comes up for me is, before I had thought I did. I'm not going to say I thought, but I had done a lot of healing, like on my mother issues and whatever. And I could just tell you, oh yeah, my mom was this, my mom was that. This is
yeah,
blah blah blah. And I look so together about it. Oh yeah, blah blah blah. And I would even say it was so long ago, and it just feels like that was a whole different person and whatever.
Mhm.
I didn't have closure. I closed the door and refused to look at what I really needed to look at.
Yes.
Not the same thing as closure. That's
Correct.
more, that's just trauma.
Yep.
That's
more stuffing.
That's more stuffing. And I had
More
a lot of
stuffing.
stuffing. Yes. So there is a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have true closure, you've truly done that healing, you've truly had that closure, you can actually revisit whatever that is and not get blown out of the water.
Yes. Because you have witnessed any personal responsibility you have in that.
Yes. Yes.
With it.
Even if you were a child, yes, you were a complete victim. As a child,
yes,
you had no say. You couldn't do anything about it, especially when it was the adults supposed to be the adults in the room. Where are you
Mhm.
supposed to go? You have nowhere to go. You had
Exactly.
zero responsibility in that. However, your responsibility is what you did with that and moved forward in your life and how you continued to allow it to affect you. And I'm
Yes.
not saying that's we all do that. That's
It's by design, I think,
it
right?
is
Because
by design.
how else do we heal it? We
Right.
have to know how it affects us
Yes.
in our adult life.
Yes.
And we don't know that until we have life experience under our belt.
And so when you go and you take responsibility for it, you're not taking responsibility like beating yourself up or, oh fuck, I
No.
shouldn't have done that, or god damn it.
And we're not taking responsibility for the wound itself.
Right. Yeah. So it's taking responsibility in a compassionate way.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, whoo, I was 2, 3, 4, 7, 10 years old, whatever it was. I didn't have the mental capacity to deal with this issue. I didn't understand. I did the best I could with that information,
Mm-hmm.
with the pain of it, with the trauma. And this is how I survived it. This is how I turned it around. This is, whatever. All my a lot of bad behaviors came out of that trauma. I can't beat myself up for it. How did
No.
I know? Like I didn't. That's how I survived it. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
expressed it. That's how it was out there.
Mm-hmm.
So taking responsibility for that in a kind, compassionate way
Mm-hmm.
is not like taking responsibility like I caused it somehow. It's like,
Right. And no, and you didn't. And when you can be compassionate with yourself and look through your life and go, oh my gosh, when I was 25, I did this thing or I reacted to this thing because of that wounding.
yes,
That's why I made that
yes,
really stupid choice.
yes.
Oh, damn.
That's something else I want to bring up too. Sorry, when you're done.
I was just going to, keep going.
How many times, and that's kind of it's not a real question, but how many times have we had, and I'm not laughing at these people, I've done it myself, right? We all have, it's part of, we'll say, because Mari-Lyn and I will say, well, let's take this back to childhood and see it. And they'll go, what? It didn't happen in my childhood. No, I was 28 when this happened. So
Yes.
there was like, okay, yes, the event that we're talking about, this horrible event, and I'm so sorry this
Yes.
happened to you when you were 28, when you were, I don't know, 17, when you were 42, when you were, whatever that age.
Mm-hmm.
However, the way you dealt with it, the way you internalized it, the way you accepted it,
Yes.
the way you everything did,
Yep.
we're going to take that back to childhood because I can guarantee you learned whatever that behavior was that came out of that, you learned that when you were a child.
Yes.
But it happens over and over that no, I was 28 and this happened. Don't go back to my
Like,
childhood. Yes, yes, yes.
come back. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
I
no.
had a perfect childhood. I had a beautiful childhood. I'm sure you did. I'm
Yeah,
sure
well, you
you
know what? You
did.
still got fucked up.
But you still got fucked up because that's what we do. You can't, I am so sorry, but you cannot come into life and not get fucked up.
No.
Zero chance. Zero fucking
Zero.
chance. Zero.
Zero.
So, yes. I'm not even sure how we got there, but that's where we went with it.
It's
Oh,
okay.
closure. Yes.
Closure. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and doing, to go back a little bit, doing something different um, really does switch up your energy. If you're doing the exact same thing every day, and what do they say about the real whatever of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome,
A different, yes.
right? Doing something, and that is like adding something new. So I've talked about it. I added swimming I add swim exercises. I started it because of my shoulders, the tendonitis.
Mhm.
However, I love it. And it has talk about an attitude adjustment. And it has opened some other doors in my life. I'm like, whoa, this is fucking awesome. What does that look, Mari-Lyn? Yes.
The difference between that attitude adjustment of a non-addictive person compared to
Oh, okay.
a person. I love disc golf.
Yes, you do.
I love it. And yes, it has given me an attitude adjustment.
Yes.
However, that addictive part, if I can't play disc golf because it's Thursday and I have X, Y, and Z to do, I can get a little bit prickly.
Or I'm going to add this is you have come so far on this. It's been beautiful to watch. It used to be if you didn't play whatever in your brain said perfect, if you
Yes.
played perfectly, holy shit, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not answering my phone. I don't care.
My husband would be like, I don't know that I want to play with you anymore.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
He was like, you're too over the top.
Yes.
It's that addictive
Yes.
thing that is just so
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yes.
It
Yes.
just is. And
I do think everyone has an area in their life where they're like that, I will say.
I,
However, you do take it to that, or did.
I
You
take it to
did.
that end, but I am learning. So
Yes. Oh,
I really am.
yes.
I really, really am. We went out and played last week. Um, and I'm like, wow, I'm just not playing. I am not playing my best. And I was having fun. And we get done with the round, and I'm like, holy shit, that's the best round I've ever had on this
Yes.
course.
That is so good. Yes. Yes.
And I still judged myself, but I never got down throughout the
Good.
whole round.
Good.
Um, it it was a miracle. It felt like a miracle. It really
Yes.
did.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have come a long way. I've done a lot of work
Yeah.
around.
Bravo, sister.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bravo. Woohoo. Yes. And
Yeah.
so when it comes to any kind of sport or whatever, I am so not like competitive or like if Mari-Lyn and I haven't like gone out and done any sports together, but let's just say we went and did something together and her goal would be to beat me at whatever. And I'd be like, meh, okay, go ahead. Yeah, whatevs. Okay, go right ahead. Getting a
Yeah.
drink and having my soda and like you go right ahead, sister. Like it's not. I do not get competitive in that particular area at all. Now, other
Yeah.
ones we all know I do.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
I do, but not
It's so funny how people are like that. And I'm not, it's not like I grew up playing sports because I wasn't any good.
right, right,
I didn't make the basketball team. Um, I couldn't play softball because I threw like a girl.
right, right. Yes,
But the competitive really comes with me. It's
yes,
more aimed at, it's almost like I compete against myself.
yes.
It's so,
There's something in your brain that
oof.
used to not nearly as much that just says you could have done better than that.
Yeah.
You should do better than that. You should do better than that. I know you're just learning, but that doesn't matter. You should do better. Or you're
Yes.
not allowed to have a bad day.
You know how to do this.
Yes. Yes.
Logically, intellectually how
Yes.
to do this. So your body should just follow suit.
Yes. Hmm.
It don't work that way.
No, does not.
It does not work that way.
No. This brings up I know I bring my kids up, and I'm sorry for all you people that go, oh God, she's talking about our kids again. I'm really not, I really don't talk about them like incessantly, but you might not know that on the podcast, so maybe I do. I don't know. But just when they were kids, both very good athletes. Definitely got it from their father. Very good athletes.
Uh-huh.
And what's coming to mind is when they were playing, they used to play baseball, basketball, football. It was year round. And then by the time they got to high school, it was basketball year round. But anyway, so our one son, the younger one, he would have like the best game ever. Struck out 6 people, had 3 home runs, had all these great plays, whatever. And he'd get in the car and we'd be on our way home and he'd say, oh, who won? Like he just did it. He would literally go, who won? He was just having so much fun. Yes, it was just so much fun to him. Our other son, good God, he could do the exact same thing. Struck out 6 people, home runs, great double plays, all of this. And he'd get in the car and he'd be so pissed at himself because he missed the one ground ball.
One ball.
And he would beat the shit out of himself.
That's
Mari-Lyn. Yes.
And that.
Yes.
And it's so sad. And
yeah.
Has he gotten better with that?
Yes.
In adulthood?
I don't know. I think so, but I'm not positive, but I think so. Yeah.
Well, when his children start playing sports,
yeah, that's when we'll find out. Yes. Yeah. I know when he was in college, they would play. So he's like 5'11", maybe. And our other son is 6'4". So there's a big sort of height gap there. But he thinks he's 6'4". He thinks he's the big guy. So in college, they play basketball and he'd get under the basket and he'd get elbowed and the hospital called him a frequent flyer because he was constantly in there having to get stitches or whatever it was. Like, dude, but he's
just in the thick of it and having fun and not caring.
Yeah, a lot, maybe, but he was pretty competitive. Like he was gonna get that rebound or he was gonna go up for that or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I think it was just more competitiveness. But you say fun, I say competitive. But then is that fun for you though? Sometimes is the competitiveness like that? Okay.
Yes.
Because he would keep going back and doing it, so he had to have some sort of fun.
And what I'm learning is that when I'm able to shift out of victim mode and beating myself up, and go, oh my God, that was a horrible shot. What did I do? And then I walk myself through it and I'm like, oh, that's what I did. Well,
perfect.
I know how to fix that, or I don't know how to fix that. I'm going to learn.
Yeah.
That starting to look at it differently really helped me.
Good.
Really, really has helped me. And I have even been able to, I don't know when this was, but my husband says, okay, what's your goal for the day? Because I always say, here, this is my goal. And I looked at him and I said, to have fun. That's my goal.
Wow.
I'm not even going to try and analyze if I make a mistake, what that mistake is.
Wow. You go, girl.
Like, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
I said, wow. That doesn't mean if you see me do something really bad
that I'm not going to get maybe a little upset.
I would like you to tell me.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Because
in a constructive way, trying to help you.
Yes. And we have had to have that conversation about how I take his coaching. There has been multiple conversations about the coaching because
and constructive criticism, right? Coaching is really, there's a skill in hearing that. There's a real skill in taking it that way as opposed to you're criticizing me. You think I'm
Yes.
stupid. You think I can't do, whatever, going down that lane.
I want to add there's also a skill in speaking it.
100%.
Mhm,
100%. Yes.
mhm. So he and I have both started prefacing,
Nice. Yes.
putting on the coach hat.
Oh, very good.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, going into coaching mode.
Yes.
Do you want to know what I saw?
I was going to say, that's what you and I say. Not all, clearly, we don't always say that because I didn't do that, whatever that was. But we will say that. We'll say, would you like to know what I'm getting?
Yeah.
Typically,
And
it's not a, with us, it's not just an opinion. Sometimes we have just an opinion. Um, but oftentimes we're getting, like, we get hits from spirit, and
right,
then we'll kind of give that.
right. I want to apologize right now for all of the movement and the
Oh, yes.
the whatever. I have got a muscle in my back that is like really mad at me.
Uh,
It's not really mad at me. It's angry. It's
I never did ask you. So we
yeah.
gave you a Deva adjustment. Was it
Yes.
maybe a week ago? How?
Oh yes, it helped tremendously.
Okay, good.
It helped tremendously. It really did. And with that,
Mhm.
I've been more I've had more mobility, more
Uh-huh. Mobility?
sorry, I have had more mobility,
Good.
and something I've done has triggered that muscle.
Ah.
It's fired it up, and it's back and it's sore.
Oof. Well, maybe we can look into it later, see if sometimes there's nothing I can do. I mean, it's just there's nothing. But I have a team that works with body devas
Yes.
and yeah.
So
Yes.
I'm so glad you brought that up. So it's the big muscle that runs, down your back along the side of your spine, which I'm pretty sure is attached to all the muscles that run up your back, into your shoulder, into your neck. In that body deva healing that you gave me, there was some neck stuff.
Yes.
My neck has popped like 5 times since then
Ooh. Is
in
that good?
stretching. Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. It's like releasing.
nice.
My back has adjusted a couple of times. Um,
Very good.
yeah. But what happened while all that time that I was sick and I was having to sleep elevated,
Ugh.
my body reverted
Yeah.
to an old way of twisting that she used to be in. And boy, she hasn't been in this way in such a long time. And I'm not surprised that it's taking some
Sure.
time and work
Yeah.
to get her back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Back pain is no joke, man. It
Mm-mm.
is. That there is nothing
No.
funny about it.
Mm-mm.
No. And all your muscles do, they all go together. You can get so out of alignment. I can't exactly say how I see it, but so if I'm working with someone with their body deva, and I'll bring my team in, or my team comes in, that does body, and they'll show me, and the person is literally like so crooked. And when you see those pictures, like when you're watching a movie and someone falls off a building and you see them at the on the ground, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it'll like, wow, yikes. Yeah, it'll show me because
Yeah.
everything's connected.
Yes,
Yes.
we are. We are absolutely connected throughout. And I remember, when I first met you, I had sciatic pain.
Yes.
You and your team solved that.
Woohoo! My team is awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. I will never forget that one adjustment you did, and you're like, oh my God, it's like there's this rubber band around my hip, and you're telling me what they're doing, and it's like I'm getting like
Watch
nauseated.
it. Yeah.
Um, because the energetic movement, I don't know if it's a gift or a curse that I can feel the energy when Pam's working on
For
me.
me, it's a gift. So for me, so Mari-Lyn is, I always love giving her Deva adjustments. First of all, they're really fucking cool. They
Oh,
just,
they're so cool.
they're so cool.
They're amazing.
And to get the feed, no one has ever been able or has gives me the feedback that you give me. And it's so awesome that you can feel them. So, and I feel them too. So if I'm giving you a Deva healing or what, you'll see I'm like all over the place and I'm stretching and I'm moving. That's just the way I receive the information. And when it's
Yeah.
Mari-Lyn, we're both doing this. We're like both shifting and moving, like we're all over the place. But you're the only one that it's that you give so much feedback. Otherwise, I wouldn't know. Otherwise, with other people that I give them to, I just have to trust. Okay,
Mhm.
this is, yep.
And that's hard.
It's
It's hard to trust that what
yes.
you're doing is really working.
Especially when they go, I'll say, "How are you feeling?" I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
I need more than that. I need Mari-Lyn to tell me exactly what she's feeling. Yeah. Yes. It's a,
yeah, they're wonderful.
and this is
So
not
yes,
the one
it,
you've done. We've been doing these for years.
mhm. It did help. It helped tremendously.
Oh, good.
Um, I'm gonna say probably part of what's got it triggered is I've been doing
Oh,
planking form.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I may need to stop.
Yes. Or shift or something. Find a different way of doing it that's more supportive on your back or something
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how else
to do them.
to to do a plank. I think what I need to do is just stop
Stop for
planking,
a while.
and just concentrate more on my other core exercises.
So speaking of core exercises, so in my the exercises that I do in the morning in the pool, big group of people, we're all gray-haired old people. And they have these floaty things they put around their waist so they're in the water and it helps, kind of them floating. And at one point, someone in the class said, "Oh, you need one of the things." And I was like, "No, because I need to work on my core. Like if you're on one of those, you're not going to be working on your core because it's doing the floaty's doing all the work for you." So and boy, can I feel it after. Like my whole body is,
Mhm.
but it's so worth it. We have to work on our core. You have to have those core. So yes, please do the other ones. If
Yes, and if you're younger, please don't wait until you're an old lady to start working
please,
the core
please,
because
yes,
it's hard and
yes.
it takes a long time.
Yes. Yes.
It really does. This is a slow process. Um,
And it takes like no time at all to get out of shape. Like it's just like a snap. All of a sudden, all that work you did is down the drain. And then getting back into it, oh, it takes a while. Oh, yeah.
you know, core strength is something that I have thought about, attempted, intended, wanted,
Yes.
planned for for all my life.
Hmm.
It's something I never followed through with. Now that I'm in my mid 60s
Yes.
and finding it's absolutely necessary
Yes.
for me to have a healthy life moving forward.
And our Deva loves it. Our Deva loves all the movement. Our Deva loves, yeah, because you can't turn back. We're not going to be 20 again. Our Devas are not going to be 20 again. So we don't want to my husband and I have talked about this because we like to travel and we don't want to be so out of shape that by the time we can actually, he retires, I'll never retire, but he will retire. And
Right.
we don't want to be so old that we can't go places and enjoy walking around even.
Exactly.
Enjoying. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to stop playing disc golf because I didn't take care of myself.
Right. Exactly.
I have to say this. I have got tears behind my eyes because as I'm sitting, I'm trying to engage my core.
Uh-huh.
And it's not something that I can just engage and leave because all of my life I've used my low back, not my core.
Oh, yes, you have. Yes.
So that's part of the problem.
Hmm.
But as I'm sitting here and I keep engaging my back, this is so bizarre to explain. I am getting signals my back wants to relax, which tells me it's working. I'm
Oh,
actually building my
yay!
core. I'm building
Yay!
it, and the signals are starting to go to my back that, wait a
Awesome.
minute, you have another area of support here. Maybe I don't need to,
No.
I don't need to be so tight.
Yeah.
So
Good for
how long
you.
it's going to take, I don't know, but like I am ecstatic right now. I want to just
Woohoo!
like
Yes.
and cry from happiness that, oh my gosh, I can I can actually feel
Yeah.
things working in there.
Nice.
So
Good on you, sister.
woohoo!
Woohoo! Yes.
Happy
Yes.
day, happy day, happy
Woohoo!
day.
And that is for those of you, yes, in her happy dance, those of you who have maybe are new to our channel or whatever it is, um, Deva is our physical body. So it's the vehicle, right? It's separate from our soul, and he or she is a separate entity. And your deva will talk to you and tries to talk to you. It comes out in pain. We'd rather have it not be pain. We'd rather have it be like you just like have a conversation. And when you we do teach this and we try having conversations with your deva,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes around to stretching or exercise, food. Is this something that you want, or is that's for me because I have a sugar addiction, which I've been really good with, really cut down a lot.
That's the problem. I've been really bad.
Oh, yes, you have.
I
Yes,
have
you
been really
have.
bad. Yeah.
But being able to ask her, is this what you want or not? Or if I know what the answer is, I just won't ask her. I'll just, I'll just, you know.
Like if you know, no, I
Yes,
do not want that. I'm
yes,
not going to ask her. I'm just going
that's
to eat
right.
this ice cream and then I'm going to be
Yes.
miserable and then I'm going to.
Though, you know what I did over the week? I didn't even tell you. So I think it was Saturday night. Yeah, because my husband and I had gone out and we went for a hike, and then we went out, we actually went out to dinner, which we used to do all the time, and we've really cut that down just for healthier eating. Anyway, I had frozen some bananas, and so I made some chocolate and I put chocolate and nuts over it. That was so good. It was kind of like, I mean, it's not ice cream, but you could fool yourself into thinking that that was ice cream.
One of my favorite treats when we would go to Disneyland as a kid was dipped bananas.
Oh,
Frozen dipped bananas.
so good. Yes,
Love it.
yes.
I have
And
to do that.
we just had cacao, we have cacao powder, and
Mm-hmm.
I just mix it with some honey, a little vanilla, and some water, and
Nice.
pepper. Yeah, it was really good.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
hmm so,
Mm-hmm. And
but
now my back is so confused it doesn't know what to do.
sorry.
It's
Yes.
okay. It's all good. It's
Yes.
yeah. It's
Um,
brilliant.
so also our so bring this back to triggered, like we were talking about before.
Yes.
Our body, and this has actually finally been proven by whomever, I don't know, the powers that be, but there's books on it and all kinds of stuff. But your physical body holds memory, holds
Oh boy.
emotions, holds all of that within your deva.
Hmm.
So part of, even when it's a normal, if I'm giving someone Mari-Lyn as well, an emotional healing, you come, you say, I've got these things, whatever, we often work on the deva as well,
Hmm.
getting your deva to release some of that she or he is storing
Yes.
within. Yes. In our
Hmm.
muscles, in our tissue, in our blood, in our bone. We just do.
Everywhere.
And
Yeah.
when you have, like Mari-Lyn, you have a physical injury, that's going to be the lowest point in your body energetically, and emotion is going to land there. And you're going to
It
feel it
is.
there. If you're angry, if you're whatever, you might not feel it right at the time, but I'll tell you, it's going to,
You
like,
will. You will at some point.
use me. Yes. And you had said
Hmm.
it just sort of, you got angry. And that didn't help your back at all.
No, it did not.
If you get headaches, you'll get a headache. If your teeth hurt, it's your teeth, it's your mouth, whatever. My gut, for me, it's my gut.
Hmm.
And it lands there. Yes. Um,
Yes.
so yeah, man.
And
Our Davis.
when we are fortunate enough to get those attitude adjustments
Yes.
from getting out of our own way
Uh-huh.
or healing,
Mm-hmm.
those ailments lessen when it doesn't have that energetic firing, I guess would be
Yes.
the best way to say. When that energetic firing isn't always at it, then the body can start really healing.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yep. We work in tandem with our body, Davis. Now, I know every one of you listening, including Mari-Lyn, we all know people who are at the, say 70s, 80s, even before then too. I mean, yes, but I'm thinking of if that are so physically unwell, like mentally they're doing great, whatever, or it's not like they have dementia or something. They're physically almost always, this isn't always, but almost always, that person is so unhealed. Their
Mm.
body is just crumbling under the trauma that didn't get healed, all that wounding, the emotions, almost always, almost always.
Hmm.
Yeah, there are those people who come into life, their thing is a physical ailment. Like they have, who knows, they have MS or
Sure.
something, some whatever, and they have the best attitudes in the world. And that I just, they're so brilliant, those people.
Hmm.
I just can't. So it does happen. But most of the time, we've all been, you go to the grocery store and you see them more. You go out to whatever it is, and my heart always breaks for them.
Yeah.
It's their choice, clearly, but my heart, because it's like, oh, if you would just heal, if you would just the relief that would come even now
Hmm.
to healing some of your shit, and
Right.
and it's not nearly as bad as you think it's going to be. Can we go there
It
real quick?
never is. Never.
The
Never.
thought of healing, the thought of going back into those memories is so worse than actually going back into those memories and dealing with it.
Yes.
So much worse.
So much
The
worse.
fear kicks your ass. Yeah.
And fear is such a liar.
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 Yes.
Liar,
And you
liar.
build it up to be this thing, and yeah.
Yep. And then you get through it and you're like,
Ah,
God, I'm dumb.
I know. Why was
Why
I
haven't
so worried about this? Why didn't I just jump in? And that's
Yeah.
another thing to remember when you're triggered, it's an opportunity for you to heal that shit.
Yes.
to get in there and heal it. It's
Yes.
always an opportunity. And if
Always.
you can look at it that way, bravo to you, because
Yep.
it's really what needs to be done. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I feel like we should let you go so you can go get your heat pad or something. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Take me up on that offer. All right.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take you up on that offer. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a good conversation, though.
It was.
Thank you.
And I want to really thank all of you for showing up and listening to us ramble on. Most of you, we have no idea who you are. And we just, we appreciate you. And thanks for wanting to listen to us, just like two best friends just yammer on about our own shit, about healing.
Life.
And yeah. So
we would love your comments, suggestions for topics. Whether it's on YouTube, you leave the comments, or you're streaming the audio only, you can text us. We can't reply that way, but that's okay.
Yeah. We love to hear from you.
Yep. The website, tcseverydayspsychics.com. We have a contact us form there.
And the website is coming along.
If
you guys haven't already, I know we mentioned it before, go and look. We have
there are some changes.
Marcy has done some fabulous, fun pictures on there, and it's just so good. Yeah. Check it out.
I like the way it's coming along.
All right, everyone.
All right.
Talk next week.
Take care. Bye.